Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 8th Canto, Chapter 12, Text 4. Sri Mahadeva Uvacha Devadeva Jagadvyapin Jagadesha Jaganmaya Sarveshamapi Bhavana Tamatma Heturishvaraha. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Mahadeva said, O chief demigod among the demigods, O all-pervading Lord, Master of the universe, by your energy you are transformed into the creation. You are the root and efficient cause of everything. You are not material. Indeed, you are the super soul and supreme living force of everything. Therefore, you are Parameshwara, the supreme controller of all controllers. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu resides within the material world as the Sattva Guna avatar. Lord Shiva is the Tamo Guna avatar and Lord Brahma is the Rajo Guna avatar. But although Lord Vishnu is among them, he is not in the same category. Lord Vishnu is Deva Deva, the chief of all the demigods. Since Lord Shiva is in this material world, the energy of the Supreme Lord Vishnu includes Lord Shiva. Lord Vishnu is therefore called Jagadvyapi, the all-pervading Lord. Lord Shiva is sometimes called Maheshwara, and so people think that Lord Shiva is everything. But here Lord Shiva addresses Lord Vishnu as Jagat Isha, the master of the universe. Lord Shiva is sometimes called Vishweshwara, but here he addresses Lord Vishnu as Jaganmaya, indicating that even Vishweshwara is under Lord Vishnu's control. Lord Vishnu is the master of the spiritual world, yet he controls the material world also, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are also sometimes called Ishvara, but the supreme Ishvara is Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. As stated in Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna. The supreme Lord is Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Everything in existence works in proper order because of Lord Vishnu. Annantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham. Even Paramanu, the small atoms, work because of Lord Vishnu's presence within them. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanannanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavam Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyati Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here we can see that there's a big fight ensued between the demons and the devatas. With lot of difficulty, finally Indra has killed Vritrasura, and then this battle was between Indra and Bali Maharaj. Although somehow Indra could injure Bali Maharaj very badly, but there were many other demons from Bali Maharaj's side who had attacked very fiercely. Indra couldn't encounter them. One of such demon was Namuchi. Indra was wondering that I could fight with such great demons and I could kill them or defeat them. How is that such an insignificant demon Namuchi, I am not able to do anything? When he was thinking in this way and he was very much bewildered, there is Akashvani which says that this Namuchi cannot be killed by any weapon which is dry or which is wet. So this clue was given to Indra. Then Indra started thinking, which is that weapon which is neither dry nor wet? You take any weapon which will be, it will be either dry or wet, right? Wet means it will be like water weapon. They were used as weapons those times. Still the present modern science yet to find out that this kind of weapons exist. There is a Naga weapon. When you leave Naga weapon, from other side you will get a Garuda weapon. And you will leave water, then Agni will come, countering each one of them like that. So now Indra was bewildered, but finally understood this foam, the foam that comes. You wash your clothes, now daily the water foam will come on top. It is neither wet nor dry. So he uses this weapon to kill this Namuchi. And although the great leaders from the demon side were killed, still the Devatas were not satisfied. Generally, when the top leaders are killed, the people others are spared, right? And that is how the war is won. But then the Devatas were so angry that they left, right, center, they were still injuring, killing all these demons. Then Narada Muni comes into the scene. He says, Are Baba, already the leader of them is already killed. Stop now. You are all Devatas supposed to be in Sattva-guna. You all go back to your abodes. So being counseled by the Narada Muni in this way, all the demons, they go back. And then Narada Muni also instructs the demons to take the Bali Maharaj from the warfield, quickly go to the Shukracharya. Because Shukracharya had the great power, mystic power to bring back the people who are dead back to their life. So he could bring back Bali Maharaj and all other demons whose limbs or head was not cut. So such people he would bring them back to life. So once that is over, we know that the Lord had come in the form of which Rupa to favor the Devatas and give them the power by Samudra Mantana. He had come in the form of Mohini Murti. And Lord Shiva wanted to see this beautiful form of Mohini Murti. So what he does, Lord Shiva, who was in Kailasha with Uma, Parvati, he starts going to the place where Lord Narayana was there. And when he comes and he sees the beautiful form of Lord Narayana, he makes wonderful prayers. Those prayers are recorded here in the pages of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, wherein Lord Shiva is, this is one of those prayers, where he is telling to the Lord Krishna, Deva Deva Jaganvyapi. He is telling that you are the chief of all the demigods. Jaganvyapi, you are there, all pervading in the whole universe. By your energy you are transformed into the creation. You are the root and efficient cause of everything. And he says you are not material. Many people in this world, there is a big confusion. No, there are two broad sects in India. One are called as Shaivites, another called as Vaishnavas. So each sect will tell that Lord Shiva is great, another will tell Lord Vishnu is great. How to certify who is great then? By the own words of Lord Shiva, who is telling Lord Vishnu is supreme, we can easily ascertain who is supreme. Correct? So now Lord Shiva himself is telling that you are the chief among the demigods. Although we call Trimurtis, no? Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. But here Lord Shiva himself is telling, not only among all the Devatas, among all the chief Devatas, you are the supreme. You are the chief, he is telling. And you are the one who is cause for this creation. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara Paramaha Krishna. Ishvara means controller. Parama, among them the supreme is Krishna. It's very clearly being told by Lord Brahma himself. See, one side Lord Brahma in Brahma Samhita, among the three chief demigods, he is telling Krishna is supreme. And here Lord Shiva is also telling Vishnu is supreme. So easily we can correlate who is the supreme among all the Devatas. So in this way, many prayers are being done in the following pages. You can all read this. So having told all the prayers for Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva finally submits his desire to see the beautiful Mohini Murti which the Lord had assumed, the beautiful form of a woman. And Lord Shiva has come not only with Uma, his wife, he also has come with all the Ganas. Who are the Ganas of Lord Shiva? All the ghouls, hobgoblins, everybody have come with him. So when they were there all assembled in front of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu, although was grave, he gives a smile. Because Lord Vishnu is thinking Lord Shiva has come, want to see the form of Mohini Murti. Lord Vishnu is thinking how I can bewilder this Lord Shiva in my Mohini Murti. For Vishnu to bewilder the common living entity in this world is very easy. Because the living entities themselves want to enjoy independent of Lord Krishna, so bewildering them becomes very easy. But Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living entity. Vaishnavananam yatha Shambho. Among all the great devotees of Lord Krishna, Vaishnava, the Shambho, the Lord Shiva is the greatest. So to bewilder him is not at all easy. In fact, Durga, who is Maya Devi herself, is under the control of Lord Shiva. So bewildering Lord Shiva once again is not an easy matter. That is why Lord Vishnu himself has to think twice how to bewilder this Lord Shiva. And then when thinking in this way, Lord Narayana disappears from that place. And from there, there is a nice forest nearby. Wonderful cool breeze comes from there. And Lord Narayana in the form of a beautiful Mohini Murti has assumed there. And in a beautiful form of a woman, he is playing with a ball. Bhagavatam gives a beautiful description about how the Lord who is playing in the forest in this way with a ball, how beautiful he is. She is, sorry. So it starts telling in this way, Bhagavatam. After speaking in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, immediately disappeared, and Lord Shiva remained there with Uma, looking for him all around with moving eyes. Thereafter, in a nice forest nearby, full of trees with reddish pink leaves and varieties of flowers, Lord Shiva saw a beautiful woman playing with a ball. Her hips were covered with a shining saree and ornamented with a belt. Because the ball was falling down and bouncing up, as she played with it, her breasts trembled, and because of the weight of those breasts and her heavy flower garlands, her waist appeared to be all but breaking at every step, as her two soft feet, which were reddish like coral, moved here and there. The woman's face was decorated with broad, beautiful, restless eyes, which moved as the ball bounced here and there from her hand. The two brilliant earrings on her ears decorated her shining cheeks like bluish reflections, and the hair scattered on her face and made her even more beautiful to see. As she played with the ball, the saree covering her body became loose and her hair scattered. She tried to bind her hair with her beautiful left hand, and at the same time she played with the ball by striking it with her right hand. This was so attractive that the Supreme Lord, by his internal potency in this way, captivated everyone. While Lord Shiva observed the beautiful woman playing with the ball, she sometimes glanced at him and slightly smiled in bashfulness. As he looked at the beautiful woman and she watched him, he forgot both himself and Uma and his most beautiful wife, as well as associates nearby. Imagine, already Lord Vishnu has warned that my beautiful form is going to be, you are going to see my most beautiful form. And everybody got bewildered. Lord Shiva also knows about this. Knowingly, although he is a great demigod, Lord Shiva, but when he sees the Lord in this way, he was totally bewildered and attracted. Imagine this Lord Shiva, although saw Uma, who is so beautiful, he was not attracted by her. Uma is the most beautiful woman in the whole creation. Yet he was not bewildered. But then when Lord Vishnu showed his beauty, Shiva was totally bewildered. He was bewildered even in the presence of his beautiful wife and his associates as well. When the ball leaped from her hand and fell at a distance, the women began to follow it. But as Lord Shiva observed these activities, a breeze suddenly blew away the fine dress and the belt that covered her. Thus Lord Shiva saw the woman, every part of whose body was beautifully formed, and the beautiful woman also looked at him. Therefore, thinking that she was attracted to him, Lord Shiva became very much attracted to her. Lord Shiva, his good sense taken away by the woman because of lusty desires to enjoy with her, became so mad for her that even in the presence of Bhavani, he did not hesitate to approach her. The beautiful woman was already naked, and when she saw Lord Shiva coming toward her, she became extremely bashful. Thus she kept smiling, but she hid herself among the trees and did not stand in one place. His senses being agitated, Lord Shiva, victimized by lusty desires, began to follow her, just as a lusty elephant follows the she-elephant. After following her with great speed, Lord Shiva caught her by the braid of her hair and dragged her near him. Although she was unwilling, he embraced her with his arms. Being embraced by Lord Shiva like a female elephant embraced by the male, the woman whose hair was scattered swelled like a snake. O king, this woman who had large high hips was a woman of Yogamaya, presented by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She released herself somehow or other from the fond embrace of Lord Shiva's arms and ran away. As if harassed by an enemy in the form of the lusty desires, Lord Shiva followed the path of Lord Vishnu, who acts very wonderfully and who had taken the form of Mohini. Lord Shiva can... So just as maddened bull elephant follows the female elephant who is able to conceive pregnancy, Lord Shiva followed the beautiful woman and discharged semen, even though his discharge of semen never goes in vain. So we can see that how Lord Shiva, the greatest of all the demigods, he lost no control over his senses. He got attacked by lusty desires, and he discharged the semen. But then wherever this semen fell, all those places, it got converted into gold mines. So following Mohini, Lord Shiva went everywhere, near the shores of the rivers and lakes, near the mountains, near the forests, near the gardens, and wherever there lived great sages. So here Prabhupada explains, wherever the great sages went, Lord Vishnu went where great sages were there, because Lord Vishnu wanted to show that, see, you are worshipping Lord Shiva, but see, he also got lost for the lusty desire. So he is cautioning the sages that great Vaishnava like Shiva cannot control his senses. What to speak of ordinary sages like you? So it is not so easy to control the senses. So this is one of the caution he is giving to everybody. And eventually Lord Shiva could now understand his position and understand the position of Lord Vishnu, that he is very great, and Lord Vishnu is having unlimited potencies. Actually Lord Shiva was thinking that when Samudra Mantana happened, during that time the demons saw, Rakshasas saw, and they became very much attracted by seeing the beautiful form of Mohini Murti. But Devatas were not attracted. If ordinary Devatas are not attracted by the beauty of Mohini Murti, I am Lord Shiva, I am the greatest of all the Devatas, I will not get attracted by Mohini Murti. Since he was thinking in this way, Lord Vishnu wanted to just give a small lesson to him. That is why in the form of Mohini Murti, he agitated the mind of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva could understand this now. So since he could understand that, his pride was curtailed, and Lord Shiva came back to his senses. He became very humble. Although he was in the beginning humble himself, that is why he had praised Lord Vishnu in a very nice way, still one thought was there somewhere back of his mind. That ordinary devatas couldn't get bewildered. By seeing Mohini Murti, I will not get bewildered. But Lord's form is so beautiful. Kandarpakoti kamaniya vishesha shobham govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Kandarpakoti. Koti Kandarpas come. The Kandarpa means Kamadeva, Cupid. Is supposed to be very attractive. Even Koti of such beauty put together comes personified in front of Lord Vishnu. That beauty cannot match the form of Lord Vishnu. So beautiful is Lord Vishnu. In fact, once upon a time, even this Cupid came, Kamadeva, to attract Lord Shiva. Parvati Devi was at that time also. But she couldn't bewilder, Kamadeva couldn't bewilder Lord Shiva. On the other hand, Kamadeva, who had come to disturb the tapas of Lord Shiva, by the anger of Lord Shiva, got burnt into ashes. Although he could conquer the beauty of Uma, he could overcome the attraction of Kamadeva, but Lord Shiva, when he saw the beautiful form of Mohini Murti, his senses got agitated. Imagine, Lord Shiva, who is so great, his senses got agitated. What to speak of us, we ordinary living entities, who are already agitated in mind. And imagine the sense object comes in front of us. So there Prabhupada very nicely comments that why the demons who saw Mohini Murti got attracted, but the devatas were not agitated, because Prabhupada says that these demons who had these demoniac qualities, that is why their mind got agitated. But devatas who were decorated by the devata qualities and whoever in sattva guna, they were not agitated. So if at all we should not get agitated by the beauty of the woman, the only way is we should be in Krishna conscious, Prabhupada says. Somebody is in Krishna conscious, his mind will not get agitated. Or at least somebody has to be in sattva guna. If at all your mind should not get agitated. Of course, here woman doesn't only mean woman. For man it is woman, for woman it is man. The sense object basically it is referring to. One of the beautiful example we can see where our senses can be fully controlled, although there is a cause for agitation, is Haridas Thakur. We know Haridas Thakur had taken a vow of chanting 300,000 names of Lord Krishna every day. So he was once sent by one person, a prostitute, to agitate his mind. Actually, this prostitute was none other than Maya Devi herself. So she had come, and when she came in the evening time, Haridas Thakur was chanting. She comes in a very beautiful way, try to attract the mind of Haridas Thakur. And Haridas, she expresses her mind that I want to enjoy with you. Haridas Thakur says, I have vowed that I have to chant these many names of Lord Krishna. After finishing that, I will fulfill your desire. Please sit and wait here. So she will come, she will wait here near the Tulsi Katte, it will be there. And whole 300,000 names comes to around 170, 190 rounds. It will practically take whole day to chant actually, correct? Anybody has ever chanted 192 rounds here? Not chanted, correct? So Haridas Thakur used to chant daily. We should aspire at least one day in our life to do that. Not to imitate, but to aspire and take the blessings of Lord to serve the holy name. So, practically I was chanting all the time. Mahadevi waited. Then she thought this is not possible. So she told, I will come tomorrow. Once again, next day evening she came. Haridas Thakur once again told, my vows are not finished. I will finish. Once again, I will definitely fulfill your desire today. Mahadevi waited. And in this way, all the time she was hearing what Haridas Thakur was chanting and she was getting purified. And second day also she got disappointed. She had gone. Third day she came. Once again Haridas Thakur assured, but by the end of the third day, she realized what the grave offense she is going to do. Such a great devotee of the Lord, and I have come to know, agitate his mind. And she couldn't do that. She surrendered to Haridas Thakur. And she surrendered, and Haridas Thakur initiated her to the holy name of the Lord. So since Haridas Thakur was in Krishna conscious, this thing, and since she was chanting the holy name of the Lord, his mind didn't get agitated. So if at all, in midst of such a great allurement in this material world, in Kali Yuga, as such we are already in Maya, and added to that, there are so many allurements. You go in the road, so many billboards you will see. You open your mobile, so much of agitation is already there, ready for us. Correct? So in midst of all these great dangers we are there, the only way for protection is to take shelter of the holy name of the Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When in the humble mood we chant the holy name of the Lord, that is the only way we can protect ourselves from this Maya. It is not easy at all. Sometimes we also become proud that I am chanting Hare Krishna, I am attending nice sadhana, I am doing everything nicely. That pride will also sometime, just like Lord Shiva, you are a little overconfident. At what Mohini Murti can do for me? Devatas only not agitated, nothing will happen for me. So similarly, if you also start thinking that I am attending full sadhana, morning I am full attending Bhagavatam, I am doing this, everything, you become overconfident, finished. Maya will once again come and attack us. So our only protection is Tadara Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas. So you should serve the Lord being in the association of devotees, being very humble, that I am very insignificant, I am the most fallen. So when you have this humble mood, this will attract Lord Krishna very much. Humility is the one quality that makes Krishna very much inspired. Just like once in life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has many assistants, like Swarup Damodar was one assistant. Any devotee would come, surrender into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ask for instructions, he would guide them to Swarup Damodar. Go to Swarup Damodar. He will instruct you better. Anybody want to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you would go and serve Swarup Damodar. Like that once Raghunath Goswami had come asking for instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu put him under the care of Swarup Damodar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told you, serve him very nicely, I will become more happy. And Raghunath Goswami, that is how surrendered completely to Swarup Damodar and served him, pleased him very much. And he also had one more assistant who would give wonderful prasadam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anybody would bring nice preparations from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Orissa, when he was there in Jagannath Puri, during Chaturmas, during this time, devotees from West Bengal would come to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. And when they would come, they would bring big quantities of preparations to offer for him. It is told in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that they would bring so many varieties that practically a whole year Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat those preparations. Among them the most famous was Raghav Pandita Jhali. Jhali means the bag. It was popular like that only. That he would bring so many varieties packed in so many bags that Mahaprabhu would open them once in a while and eat them along with his meal. Like that many devotees would bring many more varieties, thousands of varieties. In fact, once what happened when these many varieties were brought and they would offer it to Govinda. And they would say that, please ensure that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eats this. Everybody would tell this. Govinda would assure them, yes. So this time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had, every time Govinda would offer them during the meal, Mahaprabhu would tell, we will kal dekenge. So everything had piled up, literally one full room, corner was filled up with the prasadam. Eventually when devotees are asking, Mahaprabhu ate my prasadam, Govinda became very much disturbed. How much lie can I tell them that they have eaten? She asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like this one day, how long I can tell them lie? I am very much disturbed, my Lord. I don't know why you are postponing eating this. This is not a big thing for you to eat. Okay, bring all of that. So in one day, fine day, Govinda starts offering one by one all of them. Mahaprabhu is eating every one of those meals. This is brought by Raghav Pandit. This is brought by one more devotee. Like that, there are many devotees. So everything he starts eating. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eats all the prasadam brought to him in this way, one fine day this Govinda, who is the assistant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also had one seva. of pressing the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after having his meal. So one day they had big Sankirtan because the devotees from Mayapur, just then they had come from Bengal. And when they had come, Lord Jagannatha was in that water sport. No, Jagannatha they take near during the Rath Yatra time, water sport. That time they had come. And they all had gone to the place where this water sport was happening. Lord Jagannatha himself doesn't go because the deity is very big. They take the small Vijaya, they call it as Vijaya Govinda. So Vijaya Govinda was taken for that Utsava. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also there. And since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, these devotees from Bengal has met. There was a big Sankirtan that had happened. And due to this big Sankirtan, everybody became very tired. And that is why practically Nityananda Prabhu has to interfere in between and tell everybody, okay, stop now. You stop playing now. So there are many groups were there. Each and every group he went and stopped. At last he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's group. And for them he told, little slow down the volume, little slow down. When the volume, everything was reduced, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to his external senses. And then Nityananda Prabhu very politely told him that all devotees have become very tired now. They are exhausted. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understands and they all go back. They have a nice meal. And after the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu having his meal, he want to take rest. On this particular day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took rest in front of the house. He laid down there only. So this Govinda who wanted to go and massage the leg of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no, the legs are inside and he is outside. And if at all you want to press the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has to go inside. But he cannot cross over the Supreme Lord because it is a great offense to cross over the Supreme Lord with the feet like that. So thinking, he tries to wake up Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, I want to serve you. Please, come aside, I want to enter. Mahaprabhu says, if you want to press, you press. Don't tell me to do anything. I am not able to move my body. So 2-3 times after repeated request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says like this only. Then finally Govinda crosses over the Supreme Lord, enters the room and he starts pressing his leg. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very much feel relieved from all the fatigue he felt by the Sankirtan and everything. He was feeling very nice and very happy. And then having felt very nice in this way, after some time Mahaprabhu gets up and he says, it is so late. How you didn't go for having your meal? No, my dear Lord, how can I go out? You are there in the entrance of the feet of this house. How can I cross over you? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, then how did you come inside? My dear Lord, I came by crossing over you. Please pardon me. If you can come crossing me inside, you would have gone outside also in that way only now. Then Govinda submits, saying that, my dear Lord, for your service, I am ready to do any offense and go to hell. But for my own enjoyment and maintenance, I can't offend you. See what a great humility Govinda has got. That for the service of the Supreme Lord, he is ready to take any kind of punishment. But for his own sake, he is not ready to offend the Lord at all. So this is the kind of humility we can see in the devotee, which will attract Lord Krishna the most. Krishna is not pleased by our abilities. Krishna is not pleased by our intelligence. He is not pleased by any of those things. Because all those things were given by him only in first place. Correct? But Krishna will be pleased when we become humble. That is what is told. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu composed only 8 verses. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't write any book. He didn't write any Shastra. He didn't write anything. But he wrote only 8 verses. And in those 8 verses we find this verse, which is that Trunadapi suni chena taroriva sahishnunam amanina manadena kirtaniya sada harihi. So Krishna is telling, who can do kirtaniya sada harihi? Somebody who is humble. Humble like the blade of a grass. Humble like the tree. The tree, although it grows big and wants to give more and more fruit, it comes down more towards the earth. It bends down more. The grass, although you trample over it, it will never agitate. So And when we are in the mood of giving all respect to others, without expecting any respect for oneself, only in this mood we can constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Because end of the day, aim of human life is to Kirtaniya Sada Hari, always chant the holy name of the Lord. Correct? And only one thing that can bring us to that state of mind and heart is humility. And this is the only quality that attracts Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, we can see that how Lord Shiva submitted himself completely to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, and this pleased Lord Vishnu. And it is not that Lord Shiva, having lost his senses, he became very ashamed because his Uma was there, all his associates were there, and he got agitated. Lord Shiva was known as the great yogi. We call him as Adi Yogi or many other names, right? So although Lord Shiva was very much known for all this, and he was also known that even Kamadeva couldn't do anything to Lord Shiva, and now in front of his own wife and all those associates who were praising Lord Shiva, he couldn't control his senses. Doesn't mean that he became very ashamed. No, Lord Shiva was very proud. That why he was very proud? See the humility of Lord Shiva also. He was proud that after all I lost my senses in front of my Lord only. No, my Lord is so great that even though I'm praised as Lord Shiva and so many other things, even I couldn't control my senses in front of Lord Vishnu. So my Vishnu is so great. He became very happy and he was not sorry for that. So these leelas are so wonderful that devotees can relish these leelas repeatedly. So in this way, Lord Shiva also became very happy and he was not feeling sorry, because ultimately Lord Vishnu is glorified by this act. That Vishnu is so great that even Maheshwara, Mahadeva, whom we call the greatest Shambho, Lord Ishvara, we call him with so many names. He also somebody who conquered even Kamadeva, who conquered Uma Devi, everybody. But in front of Lord Vishnu, he also couldn't control his senses. So Lord Shiva became very happy in this way. So these are some of the wonderful pastimes which we can see between Lord Vishnu and his devotees. So main thing here we have to understand is, if at all we want to control our senses, we should be in Krishna conscious, we should be in Sattva Guna. Otherwise, we will not be able to control our senses. Without controlling our senses, where the question of practicing Krishna consciousness, it is out of question. And the easiest way to be Krishna conscious in Kali Yuga is to chant the holy name of the Lord. So when we strongly take shelter of the holy name of the Lord, being in humble state of mind, then we will be able to attract the mercy of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So we conclude here. Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Tagore Premanande.